Welcome back. Budget writers are continuing to negotiate the budget in an effort to end the stalemate and move the session forward. Recent reports indicate that the chambers do not appear to be getting close on a spending plan modification, and the lack of progress could be jamming up the passage of a number of bills. The budget was passed in 2023, was a 2-year spending plan. This leaves the door slightly open that if a compromise cannot be reached, leadership in both chambers may leave town and leave the state operating under the current spending plan. The initial plan for the short session was to pass a budget by mid-June, leaving enough time at the end of June to deal with the likely veto by the governor. As it currently stands, the goal is unlikely to be reached, pushing the budget negotiations later into the summer. On Wednesday morning, the Senate Agriculture, Energy, and Environment Committee advanced House Bill 385. As discussed last week, the bill contains an important provision for coastal builders dealing with previously permitted docks and piers without repeating the Coastal Area Management Act permitting process. However, on Wednesday morning, additional amendments were offered during the committee meeting that are crucial to home construction. The first one deals with the allocation of water and sewer services. The language of this amendment simply limits the ability of local governments to require an applicant for water and sewer services for residential development to agree to any condition that is not authorized by law. It also prevents local government units from implementing a scoring or preference system to allocate water or sewer services among applicants for residential water and sewer services. The other provision added deals with camera permitting. The amendment provides clarity to the agency's jurisdiction within the coastal area of environmental concern and ensures that the agency is reviewing and approving permit application within its proper scope. The bill now heads to the Senate Judiciary Committee. Senate Bill 124, predatory roofing, took another step forward this week. On Wednesday afternoon, the House unanimously approved the measure 104-0. The bill provides that contracts for residential roofing repairs subject to a 5-day cancellation period following an insurance claim denial for work to be performed under that contract. It's important to note that we have worked with the bill sponsors and representatives from the insurance industry to make sure to include an exemption for work done by a licensed general contractor. The bill will now be sent back to the Senate and await concurrence. On Tuesday evening, NCHBA held its annual legislative reception in downtown Raleigh. In total, nearly 225 people were in attendance, including our members and elected officials. It was a great experience, and thank you all for showing up and supporting the housing industry. On Wednesday morning, more than 100 members went to the legislative building to lobby their legislators on key NCHBA legislative priorities, including the passage of Senate Bill 166, this year's Building Code Regulatory Relief Package, and also to stress the importance of not passing legislation that would authorize impact fees or any inclusionary zoning. It was a great 2 days of advocacy work by our members. Next week, NCHBA members will head to Capitol Hill to speak with North Carolina's congressional delegation as part of National Association of Home Builders 2024 Legislative Conference. Our members will discuss several issues at the federal level that will help keep housing affordable and spur the production of obtainable housing. NCHBA has scheduled meetings with Senator Thom Tillis and Senator Ted Budd, and currently has meetings scheduled with 8 members of the U.S. House. We look forward to seeing many of you there. That concludes this week's report. For more information, read our written legislative report. See you next week.